if you ever wanted to start a new news channel, a Chica Chica channel, a Chismis channel, anything news, now you can because the technology helps us and makes it cheaper than ever. To illustrate this point, today we're here with someone close to my heart who has been a journalist for years. And after everything that happened during the lockdowns, decided to open her own news channel, which is buzzbeatmedia.com. Check it out. Let's all welcome Miss Charlie Barredo.
Hmm? Hello, everyone.
Hi
Hi.
there.
Hi, Kuya. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, welcome. So, first of all, no, it's you came up with this idea. Why did you come up with this idea? Why did you decide to go independent? How long? How much can it cost for an average person to start taking this step?
Okay, well, to answer one of your first questions, well, this happened kasi after the company that I was working for shut down. So and I decided, you know what? Sayang naman all the skills that I learned throughout the years as a journalist if I just remain idle, right? So I decided to put up my own online news outlet back in 2021. And then it's been around for mga 2 years already. So that was the reason why. And slowly but surely, we're trying to do a lot of new things and we're trying to progress. But like all good things, it takes time for anything to take off, right? So there. And what was your
What
last
are the
question
initial
again?
steps for someone who's wanting to start this from scratch?
Well, actually, the first step was for me, I started a YouTube channel, and then I thought that it was quite challenging, I mean, it like what I said, it took time for the followers to come in, and then the views, and then after that, I had to stop that for a while, and then I concentrated on the website, right, and the website, for some people, it might come at a little bit of a hefty price, but there are ways to make tipid naman your money by looking for web developers who are quite affordable, right? So
Mhm.
your question a while ago, diba, was also like how much did I have to spend for it? Well, for me, I tried to not spend so much, but it does help, of course, when you and the process becomes a lot faster when you hire people and they help you with the social media marketing, with the writing. And these are extra expenses that I had to pay for in the long run. But when I was beginning, I had to pay at least mga 25 to 50K. Yeah, but there were a couple of times that I had to enhance the website. That's the reason why I had to pay a lot more. But if you're lucky that you get that for a lot cheaper when you launch your website, well, you're quite lucky actually.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So somewhere
Mm-mm.
between 20 and 50. 50 sounds big for someone who's starting in the Philippines. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I had to do a lot of things to make the website better because I wasn't really satisfied, so I had to pay for extra stuff. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would say you do need a website because if not, you're just like posting in social media. It's like you don't have weight. You know, it's like, who are you? Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I have a Facebook channel. The thing is, anyone can have that, right? So I think, okay, you can start there, right? And then there's a next step, having your own web page, your own URL. It gives you entity weight, no? But of course, you have
Mm-hmm.
to spend a little more. Uh, my for people out there also thinking of starting, I'll give you a ballpark number for a domain name can be like $25 and a hosting can be like 100 $150 per year. Okay, that's the parang yung rental space mo. Then you have to have a developer and all those things, no? Yan. So, okay. these times, there's a lot of censorship out there.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of, because I watched one of your interviews talking about fake news recently, Um, but in reality, how do we know what's fake news and what's not fake news? Because I'm going to confess that I watch mainstream news channels and I see them divulging fake stuff. I don't know if they're conscious about it or not. So it makes me, personal opinion, doubt if the small webs have more truth than the big webs. How do we know what's true, what's not? And how do we decide? Can we? Is it even possible to know what's true or what's not? Is it about the followers they have? How do we know? How do you
Mhm.
how do you go about that?
Well, for me, it's just about yeah, that's a bit challenging, especially nowadays, because we're all free to, to air out our opinions about anything, right, on social media. And a lot of the mainstream media companies are actually being, blamed for doing this by spreading fake news, diba? And I think that there's a lot of biases actually when it comes to reporting any type of stories. Sad to say, but I think it's just about weighing things out and looking at the mainstream media companies that do report fair and balanced news to the world. We may not have a lot of that nowadays because it's we're media companies are very like one-sided, diba? I mean, they all have their biases, which makes it a bit difficult, especially when it comes to politics or social whatever issues, diba? But I think it's just it's about self-educating yourself also, and knowing what is real and which isn't, right, distinguishing both. So I think it's really up to the individual na lang. I mean, we try to do our best as reporters, as journalists, as people who work in the media industry. But it's up to the viewers, I think, to see which media outlets are reporting the truth. Because sad to say, it's kanya-kanyang opinions already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because for sure we know that Fox News is on the right side, right wing, let's say, and then CNN is on the left side. Yeah, in general, or Facebook and Google are on the left side, I would say, no, and that's why Elon Musk bought Twitter, so it's not so unbalanced, and there's more of a public space. So where is BuzzFeed Media?
Oh my god! I'm in the hot seat right
Get your
now.
feet wet, Charlie.
Oh my gosh, this interview is quite different, huh? Where is BuzzFeed Media? Okay, we try to be fair, and as much as possible, we try not to spread a lot of negativity in the world, and we try to inspire other people. And we try as much as possible to stick to that. But at the end of the day, of course, we also have to make sure that we report also a little bit of hardcore news, but at the same time with a little bit more integrity compared to other, I don't know, websites and everything. I mean, hindi naman pwedeng puro pabebe-bebe yung mga news namin, right? I mean, do you know what pabebe is? Like
Like
all
chismes or
happy,
what?
happy. Yeah,
Okay,
well,
okay.
yeah, or happy, happy, right? We can't just talk about, I don't know, like superficial, shallow things, right? I mean, I may like those personally, but at the same time, we have to make sure that we tackle relevant issues, right?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
relevant issue. The elections in the states are coming, right? It's Joe Biden against Trump, practically. That's what it seems like. So, how are you reporting about that? Do you report about that? Are you favoring any of them? Yes or no?
Um. Well. It was on. We started off as a actually the name of our website before was Showbiz Beat, right? And
Mhm.
we tried to just prioritize just entertainment news focused on celebrities and lifestyle. But now we changed our name to BuzzBeat Media because we wanted to diversify and tackle other issues like politics. So right now, we want to focus more on that. We haven't before, just a couple of articles, but yeah, we plan to maybe in a way when that happens. As for my personal take on, I don't know, the candidates and everything, you and I have our personal and discreet discussions about that. I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose to the public, but I have to admit, without disclosing any names, I do have my personal choices, right? But I cannot air it in public naman
No,
because it's
not about
journalism, not
not
to
about the personal choices, but as okay, let's go to Philippines. Okay, in the Philippines, some news outlets are supportive of the government, and some are criticizing the government any opportunity they can. It's about the wording. It's about the title, right? So it's very clear. It's very clear how some newspapers, online papers really attack the government, and some are supportive of the government. So where does BuzzBeat Media stand?
Well, you know what? Actually, a lot of reporters or people who own media companies are very. I won't name names sa lang but they're very vocal about media entities are supposed to, according to them, criticize the government. I don't personally agree with that, and I don't think BuzzBeat Media has the intentions to criticize anyone. Like what I said, we plan to inspire people and spread balanced news to the world. I don't think it's necessary naman to always criticize candidates or other people in general. That was never really the goal. Maybe constructively, but I think I notice nowadays na the way even media outlets, the way they criticize other people, very below the belt already.
Yeah, because it
everything out of
attracts eyeballs.
yeah, very clickbait. The titles and everything and stuff like that. I am not for that at all. Yeah, good news advocate.
All
Good
right.
news. Yeah,
Is it
relevant. Good.
so would that be a harder way to get eyeballs? Because at the end of the day, is that your goal as the BuzzFeed Media? You want, I'm just guessing, as I see in others, you want to reach the most number of eyeballs possible.
Well, on a personal note, I was never really such a competitive person. I don't really know if that's such a good thing, being a business owner or getting or venturing into the world of entrepreneurial journalism, because you're supposed to sort of compete, right? In order for your business to thrive, you kind of have to have that competitive side of you, diba? But for me, it was never really the goal to be on top of anyone, to the point na tatapakan ko yung ibang tao. Do you understand me? I mean, to the point that I'll hurt other people with what I say. People are gonna get affected with what I write. That was just never and if that's what it takes to have more views and everything, I don't think that's right. Like if I write about a certain artista and I start saying this and that about her, and I do get a lot of page views, I'll be worried for my soul at the end of the day, and that matters, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think it's just not my cup of tea. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So for the people out there thinking of starting into journalism and stuff, yeah, there's other ways of doing it. Yeah, it might take you longer because you can get you can go viral if you start criticizing someone online. The thing is, yeah, what will happen with your soul, with your karma, with whatever, yeah, maybe you cannot sleep at night at the end because your conscience is there. Taka, taka, taka. You just wronged someone. Oh well, but it is something that we see. It seems to be like the success formula for many because actually the news is always reporting negativity. That's what I see. No, and that's what works actually, because if you report like things that are okay, no one watches because but as humans, we are programmed to watch out for danger. So it's always okay. Something bad happened. Huh? Did it? Is it gonna happen to me? Did it happen to my relative or something? Is it in the area of the ingat, ingat, ingat? No, that's the so that's why they're reporting a lot of negativity. I think no, because it catches the attention. So so if you're that's not the approach that you're taking with your company, it's like it's a big challenge, So it's like how will you? Okay, what's the main mission of BuzzBeat Media?
Actually, we're still in the experimental stage, where we're fairly new. So yeah, it is quite a challenge. But when I do my research, there are other websites that write about decorating your homes, and they make a lot of money. They talk about God, or about I don't know, food or shoes or paintings, and they seem to manage quite well, without having to step on anyone, right? So hopefully, I mean, I'm still trying to find a way, the correct formula of how to make this work without having to do what most people are doing right now in the media industry, because that's just not what I want to do. I want to set myself aside, and I want BuzzBeat Media to have their own identity. You know what I mean? But trying to balance out, like what I said, putting in really good articles about relevant things that are happening in the world, and at the same time keeping it light and bright. With my other articles, whether that's entertainment and lifestyle, experimental stage up to now. Yeah, I have to admit. Hopefully, we will get there.
Yeah, I see the web covers a lot of celebrity uh, presentations or movies that they're opening and stuff like that. Yeah. Who gave you the most funny answer to one of your questions?
Which one, celebs?
Yeah.
Or
Filipino
politicians?
celebrities. Yeah. Well, okay.
The
Puede politicians. Go.
Well, actually, politicians are quite easy to talk. They're easier actually to talk to because they're not maarte. And of course,
So you're saying that artistas are my arte?
Well, did I say that? I've had
Some. Okay, let's play it.
some
Yeah.
were a bit maarte, I have to admit. But I think with politicians, kasi I love their answers. I always get something, substantial answers. Syempre, with some artistas naman, I get good answers too. I have to, in all fairness. But sometimes, when some people are not in the mood or they don't want to like have an interview with you, it gets kind of, So, but other than that, nothing major naman. So all good with my interviews. Yeah.
Yeah. So you like go to events and then like assault them there and try to ask them some question. Like, hey,
Assault?
hello, I'm here.
Yeah, not assault, pero ambush. It's called an ambush interview.
Ambush.
Yeah. Sometimes, when I'm lucky enough to and when I see that they're, they're the friendly, I know their background and everything. Yeah, I mean, why not? And if they're game, they're game. Pero kung hindi, I can't naman make them feel it, right? So, yeah, or sometimes when I sort of have connections, like I try to push for exclusive interviews, which I hope I can do in the future. I'm working on that right now. Like instead of just ambush interviewing them in an event, like I'm actually trying to lay low on the events also, because I think exclusive interviews, like for example, conducting them in their homes, right? Or like in their office or something, like a one-on-one interview with renowned personalities would actually be better. You can cultivate your contacts more. They remember you. You're not in a crowd, and you get to really, get to know them better as an individual. So I'm trying to work on that a lot more. It will take time though, and it's a lot harder when you're not a Karen Davila or a Pinky Webb, you know what I mean? When you're just not naman starting off. I've been in the industry for 6 or 7 years, but I have to get to a certain level pa So hopefully that will, work out for me well. It will
Oh,
push through.
who would you love? Who would you love to interview one on one that you haven't yet?
That would be international personalities or celebs. You know what I mean? Like, I think Elon Musk is he's a very interesting individual. I think I would like to do that. And I think in his company, Tesla or the other one, I don't remember the
He
name.
has Twitter, he has Tesla, he has SpaceX.
Yeah, and I think they have their own like media cons also, their own press cons. So that would be
Mm-hmm.
cool. Or I would love to go to a press con in the White House. Like whoever is president at that time would be no. Yeah, so why not? Like international celebrities like my idols. But I think I would have to go for people who are not international celebrities, maybe like entrepreneurs or politicians. Yeah. That would
So
be a goal.
say what's our question for Elon Musk? Go. Give it a shot.
Okay. Something simple naman. Okay. When do you think will we be ready to go to Mars? Yeah.
Before the rapture.
Be ready for that. Give us a timeline, Sir Elon, okay? Diba he's trying to build something there? Will that be maybe not naman 10 to 20 years from now, maybe 30 to 50 years from now. I don't know if he's still going to be around by then, pero that's the plan, right? That's the plan, Peter Pan. So when, Sir Elon, right?
Okay, there. When do you want to be one of the first ones to lipat bahay?
Me?
Yeah, would you go in a rocket ship with him?
I don't know. Depends how old I'll be. I mean, I don't know if I wanna adapt to a new planet, right? I don't wanna leave Earth. I wanna be raptured out of Earth.
There.
I wanna be somewhere else. I don't wanna be in Mars. I mean, what's there in Mars?
Yeah, there are no malls. Right?
Yeah, there are no malls in Mars. I mean, I've seen the pictures of Mars, and it doesn't look nice, right? Heaven is like another. No, I mean, Earth is like was made in the image and likeness of God, apart from humans, right? I mean, in a way, Mars doesn't look inviting at all. Did I say that right?
Was Mars created by another person, not by God? Then
Mars is created by God, of course. Everything that we see was created by our Creator. But if I were to compare Earth and Mars, you cannot even like compare both, because Earth looks a lot better, but at the same time, I believe
it's just underdeveloped.
It's deteriorating. Sorry, deteriorating. It'll be gone in a couple of years. So, yun, good idea. But I don't know if I want to be there in Mars. I don't know if I want to live there.
Yeah, it's like a underdeveloped subdivision among as a planet that you don't want to live there because you want to live in the.
You want to live there?
I don't want to live there. I wanna live in luxury. Sounds better. No.
All right.
Should we look towards luxury, or should we look to live humbly? What's your message for the people out there?
Coming from me, really, you want me to say that? I think whatever makes you happy. I mean, define what luxury is but for you. I mean, if you're really such a materialistic and I don't know, like high maintenance type of person, it really depends on the individual. Like, I think living comfortably for me is enough. But maybe for other people, they want more, right? They want a huge mansion, and one mansion isn't enough. Like they need like 20 or like 100. I mean, I'm definitely not like that, right? I mean, it's really up to you. Yeah. Right. And I don't think we can have that if we live in Mars.
Yeah, in Mars, there's no delivery apps. That's for sure.
No delivery apps. So I don't know if I wanna like be there.
Okay. What's BuzzBeat looking for in terms of is are you looking for designers? Are you looking for editors? Are you looking for writers?
Mm-mm.
Can people apply?
Well, I'm open to that, and I think we will probably need it, but I want to keep it as small as possible and just have part time people because as a business owner, like I really have to learn the ropes pa. Like it's quite challenging when you're overseeing a lot of people. That's no joke, huh? Having a lot of, I don't know, staff people or employees. And it can be quite challenging if you're starting out and you don't know what you're doing and you're gonna hire people who are full time. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money for that, diba? And make tutok everyone who works for you. So maybe in time, I probably will, because you realize na as you go on, the responsibilities, they start to come in, and it comes to the point now you can't handle everything on your own. No man is an island, also, especially when it comes to work. So one step at a time. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But
So
definitely. Mm-mm.
where do you see where do you see yourself, like yourself as the company? I mean, 5 years, 5 years time.
Well, hopefully we'll be earning like earning a little bit more, earning a little bit more, and I think yeah, more page views for each article, and I'm not sure if covering a lot of events will work. I'm being a little bit more picky. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm being a bit pickier with the events that I cover. Kasi it doesn't make sense if you go to an event and then when you write an article about it, it doesn't really get a lot of page views unless you get invited and they pay you for it. But I get a little bit uneasy. I don't really like it when people pay me to go. You know what I mean? I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Some journalists do that, but me not really. So yeah, I'm getting a bit pickier with the coverages that I do. So yon. And yeah, I just want page views and earnings sana for the website. That's the main thing. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because whenever you get like a sponsorship, that's the
Mm-mm.
we're going back to the fake news thing. You cannot be sincere anymore. Once you grab the money, you have to say something good about them.
Yeah, but like can I clarify though? Other companies allow that and others don't, ha. And it depends what beat you cover. If it's entertainment, yes. But when it's political and you get invited by a politician and they plan to pay you, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. And when they tell you what angle to write, or when they start to, filter your news, or like for example, before you upload your article or before you put it out there, if they want to see first what you wrote, and they start editing
Mm-hmm.
things out, that's when it gets a bit like it seems off when you do that. But I guess if they pay you for it, some think it's part of the deal. That's why I try to stay away from getting paid when I know that there's honorarium. Although it's acceptable in some places, but I just, this is a personal opinion of
Mm-hmm.
mine, ha. I get uncomfortable when I receive like that from people, or when I receive when people offer, I just say no and I just cover the event for free. Mm-mm. But that's
Yeah.
me. Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
same. I relate when I would watch theater plays, and I
Mm-mm.
can, if I get a free ticket, then I kind of have to say something good about it. But if I paid my for my own ticket, I would say whatever's really, in my mind. No? That's the thing. Whoever pays the piper dictates the tune. That's it.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
we learn a
Well,
lot. We learn a lot. Yeah, we dig a little deeper. Yeah, then sometimes. So I hope that in the purpose of this is to clarify for whoever's giving their first steps, that are saying, can I it's possible, right? You did it. It was a solution after everything that was happening in the world. So it's like what I say normally, if I can do it, anyone can do it, because it's just a matter of taking action and doing it. So congrats for 2 years there. And
Mm-hmm.
we look forward to seeing a lot more of buzzbeatmedia.com and their social pages. Yeah. And there's sana, this is a beg from me to you. More YouTube chapters. Yes, go for more
Yes,
YouTube
yeah, we're
chapters.
open to that. Yeah, 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 yeah. We will, we will.
It was fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Okay. So thank you so much, Charlie. Yeah. And see
Thank you
you
for
when
having
we see each
me.
other. See ya.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
us.